Hi, I'm Casey from Nagazler Exotics. In this video, we're going to show you the enclosures that we used when we first started getting into ball pythons, as well as the rack system that we switched over to once our collection started to outgrow our original setup. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the updates on our program. I'm going to start by showing you where we started. When we were first looking at enclosures, we only were getting one snake, so we didn't need a whole big rack system. What we ended up doing was we grabbed these Sterilite bins. They were being used for storage in our basement, so we repurposed them and we drilled holes along the sides. You can see them, hopefully, along there. And we drilled some holes in the lid because we did have a ceramic heat emitter that hung over the top of it. It sat a few inches off the top of it so that it didn't melt the plastic, but the holes still allowed some of that heat to go through. And we have that heat mat on the bottom, which we did plug into a thermostat to make sure that it didn't get too hot to burn the snake. And then I have another one set up here so you can kind of see we used this Sterilite rack, which worked really well. We had it sitting on top of a table, and then we were able to hang our ceramic heat emitters. We were able to put the wire through the holes in the shelf so that it hung over the top of the tubs, and it let some of that heat go through to warm up the ambient temperature because the heat mats just weren't quite good enough to get the air temperature up. And so we used the cocoa chip husk as substrate. For our first 4 snakes, that setup worked really well, but once we got past 4, there just wasn't enough space for the tubs to sit side by side in that shelf. So we ended up moving over to our rack system. I've seen some people that are able to get black PVC, but the stores near us just don't sell it. So we went with the 1/2-inch white PVC, and I'm gonna pull the camera off here so you guys can take a look at it. So this one is not heat taped yet. We're probably gonna heat tape it tonight actually to get it ready to go for some snakes that we have coming in. But this one, we were able to get all heat taped and ready to go. And you can see we are almost out of space on it. I'll pull these bins are empty. So I will pull those off so you can see we taped the heat tape in here and up along the side to go on to the next shelf. So you can see here that it holds 3 of the hatchling size tubs, or 2 across of the tubs that are a little bit bigger than that, or 1 that we turned sideways to hold much larger snakes. These racks do stack on top of each other. And for now, we only heat taped the 1 because that's how many snakes we had, but we have a few more coming soon. So we're gonna heat tape the other rack tonight and make it so that they can stack on top of each other. And we are excited for our snakes to grow. So we already have our rack for when our females are full grown. Right now it's just storing some empty tubs, but once they get full grown and are breeding size, they're gonna need some bigger tubs. So that is also split in half. There's 2 racks stacked on top of each other there so that they're easier to move because they do get pretty heavy. They're made out of that same 1/2-inch PVC. And we think they'll work really well once our snakes are old enough to fit in them. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates.